In a previous blog, we discussed the top 5 best practice for using analytics in your organization and really impacting and operationalizing those analytics in your business process. In part 1, we covered the first 2 of our 5 best practice. And as a reminder, those were put the decision before the data in determining what to do and how to deploy and what data to use. And secondly, putting the analytic tools into the hands of the decision makers within your organization. Now, here are the other 3. Number 3, AI and ML, the hot buzzwords in the market today, artificial intelligence and machine learning, are really important in enhancing the customer outreach and customer engagement, but they have to be explainable. This is the new frontier that we're exploring here at FICO in a really deep and rich way. AI by itself is a black box. The analytics that go into cognitive computing and adaptive computing and machine learning are a real science in and of themselves. And frankly, there's a very small community of people in the world that even understand what goes on in those algorithms. So it's really important to frame machine learning and AI in a way that can be exposed and can be audited. We see this, if I'm to call out a recent example, with Uber down in Texas. They had a problem with one of their autonomous vehicles that made a decision that ultimately ended up, unfortunately, in a loss of life. The ability to go back into that machine learning model to understand what that artificial intelligence had seen, why they made the decisions that they made, would really help to evolve and move that technology forward. Number 4, it's really important to maintain openness and integration and flexibility. We think this is really critical, particularly as more and more vendors get into the field. Here at FICO, we find it very important to be able to integrate with and leverage best of breed. We're going to focus on prescriptive analytics, on optimization, on developing business process and orchestrate those analytic services within business process. Whether those models come from one of our competitors or from some other open source tool, we want to maintain that flexibility. And number 5, really the most important thing in analytics is to understand how and where you're going to use it in your organization, to operationalize it. Don't go into an analytic process or an analytic project thinking about the analytic itself, or even thinking too much about AI or IoT or where the data is coming from. At the end of the day, understand how it's going to impact your business process, how it's going to impact your bottom line. Figure out from the beginning how and where you're going to operationalize that analytic in your business process, how you're going to deliver that service, where it's needed, when it's needed. And ultimately, you want to understand where and how you're going to engage with your customers. Being able to deploy that analytic in a smart application, whether it's deployed to a retail kiosk, on a website, to a call center, or on a mobile device, is mission critical in understanding that business process, that end-to-end flow. And being able to deliver a customer a seamless and consistent user experience that's really designed to engage with the customer and individualize for that customer, I think is the real power of analytics in business process. So that's our top 5 best practice for operationalizing analytics and taking a decision-first approach to your analytics and your data. To learn more, we've included a link below to a decision-first white paper that goes into greater detail on how you can actually put some of this best practice tactically into practice within your organization. Thank you very much for listening. We hope you've gotten value from this, and we look forward to seeing your comments in the comments section of this blog. Thank you very much.